My name's John. I'd like to welcome you to the golf club. Got a par 4 in store for us here. Let's see what we can do.
Hey, it's KS Man here, ready for a round at the club at Saguaro Lake. It's by Case GW. It's actually my second time playing this. I played it once and probably had my worst round of the summer, so I figured I wanted to give it another go. Hopefully this round goes a little bit better. It's like a 6,600 yard course, but it's only a par 70, so it's pretty long for me. There's also a lot of out downs, which I discovered a lot of yesterday when I played it the first time, so hopefully today goes a little better.
Now that was a swing. And you have about 180 yards or somewhere thereabouts.
All right, this is going to be a 6-iron.
Nice. All right, we got a 22-footer. Let's see if we can do this.
Oh, wanted to change this practice round and have gimmies turned off. I like when I'm doing practice rounds to have to put it in. Can be frustrating when I miss a short one, but I think it's good practice for when I'm playing in the tournaments for those 7 and 8 footers. We typically have 6-foot gimmies, so.
Little 5-footer here, nothing too scary.
And wouldn't you know it, on the first hole, I've got to make one of those longer ones that would be a gimme for par. And of course, I missed it.
All right, nice little 2-foot putt. All right, let's get out of here. Starting out with the bogey here. Hopefully not a sign of things to come.
It's going to be an 8-iron. They also try and keep track of how many of those short putts I missed, just for my own knowledge. So if it was one of those tournament rounds, I know what I would have shot. So that's 1 already. Typically, I have about 3 of them in a round. It's fading rather than going.
I'll tell you what, everybody ends up here sometimes. Take this as a learning opportunity. All right, you're on the green. That is awesome stuff. Okay, let's see what you can do with this 7-footer.
I'm pushing all of these.
Oh, man. All right, nice little 2-foot putt.
I don't feel like touching my monitor. Wonder if the alignment's just slightly changed.
And let's see how that adds up.
Gonna pull.
All right, and your adjusted score is 1 over par after that one. All right, let's let her rip.
Put this one in the water on my first round.
Nice.
Straight but short.
Okay, looks like we are about 225 yards to the pin.
Alright, so 3 wood. Uh-oh.
Great contact. Nice swing. Okay, so you're in the rough here. Nice swing. Okay, this is very deep in the rough, so you might want to swap that club. Okay, 21 feet to the cup from here. Oh man, that was great. That was a great putt. It just didn't drop at the end. Let's see how the numbers add up. All right, your adjusted score is 2 over par after that one. 4th hole coming up. Take your best shot. No good. Okay, the ball is above your feet. You might want to compensate by aiming a little more to the right than you normally would.
It's going to be a 7-iron.
Okay, let's see what you can do with this 7-footer. Great putt, and that is for par. All right, your adjusted score is 2 over par after that one. Okay, here we go.
It's going to be a 3-iron. Huh. Who is this? Don't worry about it. Yards. Hit it. Go in. Ooh.
4 feet to the hole. You can do this. Decent putt there for bogey. All right, your adjusted score is 2 over par after that one. Okay, it's time to send this ball on its way. And also worth noting, because of your handicap, you're going to have an extra stroke to work with on this hole. Good news. All right, we're right around 165 yards out.
Maybe a 7-iron. Oh my.
Solid swing. Four feet. Let's do this. Four feet to the hole. You can do this.
These are the ones that I have a lot of trouble with because they're normally gimmies. Anything less than 6 feet. If they're straight, it's fine, but here, I just don't really know how much break to play.
Solid putt. We're in the hole. All right, your adjusted score is 2 over par after that one.
So that's 2 putts now.
Coming off a bit of a bogey on that last hole. Let's see if we can do better here.
2 putts that I missed that would have been gimmies.
Solid swing. Okay, about 215 from the pin here.
Get a better 3-wood than last time. Not much.
Doesn't look like it's on the fairway, but it's all right. Great bounce. I thought for sure it was heading for trouble. This one's a beauty. Five-footer here, nothing too bad.
Oh.
Okay, let's see what you can do with this 7-footer. Thank goodness you dropped that one. There's your bogey. All right, your adjusted score is 2 over par after that one.
Clearly playing too much break on those short ones.
Coming off a bit of a bogey on that last hole. Let's see if we can do better here. I think you're heading into the cabbage on this one. Pretty deep stuff here. Give it a good hack. Let's put it in the right direction.
5 iron.
Nice. Okay, back onto the fairway. Now let's see about hitting that green. Sweet. This one to save par. Okay, let's check the old scorecard. All right, 1 over after adjustments on that hole. Hole number 9. Great contact.
Got 5 iron. Oh no. Ooh, what a lucky kick.
All right, we're right around 125 yards out.
I think that was going to be out of bounds right there. It didn't bounce so hard to the right, yeah. It's going to be a pitching wedge.
Now that was a swing. On the green, well done. All right, 14 feet to the hole.
Ah,
4 feet. Let's do this. Solid stroke on that one. All right, your adjusted score is 1 over par after that one. All right, let's let her rip.
8-iron here.
I don't know if this has enough. Okay, you're on, and you got some real estate to cover with this next one. Oh! 3 feet to the hole here. Okay, let's head to the next hole. All right, sitting right where you should be. Even par is your adjusted score after that one. Hole number 11. Powerful. Okay, we are very deep in the rough. Careful with this one.
Nothing good to do here. You can try and get around this bush. There's out of bounds there. Like push it too far right, chances are it's going to go straight into the bush and only go like 20 or 30 yards. Oh, it got through.
Okay, back on the fairway. This is good stuff here. Okay, we have about 130 yards, I'd say, to get to the pin.
Pitching wedge.
Solid approach. All right, 13-footer here.
Get there.
Ooh. Almost got that birdie. Ugh, maybe next time? Moving right along here. Even par after that hole. That's your adjusted score. Okay, and we find ourselves now on the 12th hole. Let's see what you can do. And also worth noting, based on your handicap, you will have an extra stroke to work with on this hole. Good stuff. And we are right around 175 yards out.
Gonna hit 6 iron. Normally be a 7. Just playing so far downhill, but just not hitting these clubs well enough yet to feel confident with that.
Heading towards the beach here. Not the good kind.
Just not getting any clean irons unless they're like my wedges.
Okay, here we go. This one to save par. All right, 1 under is your adjusted score after that one. Okay, here we go.
Wait. Should be fine on this hole, but not a good swing.
Nice.
Sandwich.
Beauty. All right, about a 3-footer here. Well, let's get out of here. All right, 2 under is your adjusted score after that hole. Okay, 14th hole.
gap wedge.
Beauty. Okay, solid approach. All right, 12-footer here.
Oh. Go at all.
4 feet to the hole. You can do this. Oh! All right, short little putt for you here.
Not sure if that's 3 or 4 on the short ones.
Okay, let's see how these numbers add up now. All right, 2 under is your adjusted score after that hole. Okay, it's time to send this ball on its way.
The reason we take those gimmies is because the machine can have a hard time reading very lightly struck shots. I kind of feel like that happened on my short one missed, but I still think it's good practice and, just adds a couple of strokes to my score. It's frustrating though when it does happen.
Great contact. Nice swing. Okay, the ball's above your feet on this one. That's going to make your shot go a little more to the left than you normally would. So keep that one in mind.
Hit a 7-iron here.
Okay, back on the fairway. Let's see about hitting this green, huh?
It's a sand wedge.
Sweet. Okay, short little putt here. All right, let's keep going. All right, sitting at 1 under after that hole. That's your adjusted score. Okay, let's put this in the fairway. Ooh, no good.
All right, 7 iron. Ah,
Could be in the rough here. That was a bit underwhelming, but you're out of the sand, so good stuff.
that was much more uphill than 4 inches.
Great putt in there for par. All right, 2 under is your adjusted score after that hole. All right, let's pop this in the fairway.
It's going to be a 6 iron. I went for it yesterday, didn't come close to getting there, and I actually was on the upslope of that stuff, but I'm not going to give it a go today.
Nice swing. And it looks like we have 100 yards to the pin.
Sandwich.
All right, 13-footer here. Oh! All right, nice little 2-foot putt. Next hole coming up. All right, 2 under is your adjusted score after that hole. All right, let's let her rip. And based on your handicap, this hole will have an extra stroke available to you to use.
You have no idea where I want to try and put this. It's going to be a 7-iron.
Well, looks like this may be in the deep stuff. All right, let's sink this, move to the clubhouse. Well, I never really like ending things with a bogey, but at least you can kick back in the clubhouse now. Maybe I'll see you there. 2 under par to end things here. Well done. Well, congratulations on a fine round of golf. It is, however, one of the easier courses, so let's try something a little more difficult next time.
All right, well, that round went a little bit better than the first. You can see 9 strokes better. Really still struggling with those longer irons. My wedge game was quite good today, which was nice. So it's a nice course, the club at Saguaro Lake. You know, like I was saying earlier, a little bit long for me, and I didn't put any out of bounds today, but there's a lot of out of bounds out there, so certainly you can see some high scores. But all in all, good round. So thanks for watching. Talk to you guys next time.